The rhythm of the swing never changes. Is it long enough? They're beginning to applaud, and quite rightly so. That is a simply magnificent shot from Colin Montgomery.
Laurie's the winner. Not a million miles away, is it?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Talk of Scotland, the podcast. And today, in this studio, it's not really a studio, is it? It's more like...
It's like a rotten office.
Yeah, it's less professional than people might imagine. Today I have Andy.
Hello.
Peter.
Hello.
And Donald. Woo. I mean, it's amazing.
Good morning.
Hi, Donald. You've not been... What's wrong? Why do you not like the podcast anymore?
I've just been very, very busy. Mondays and Tuesdays have been...
I don't think you had any lessons at 8 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday.
Yeah, no, but I've got them from 9:30 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night.
All right.
And it's been just chock-a-block the last wee while. But today I've got a wee bit of time, so I thought I'd give you the pleasure of my company this morning.
We've been losing listeners left, right, centre.
I know. Bound to be.
We have been.
Just think if we videoed it, how much more we would get.
Well, I know.
Yeah, so yeah, just been very, very, very busy. So 12-hour days are long enough without adding another couple of hours coming into this.
It just doesn't feel like work though. It's just fun, isn't it? Being here.
It's definitely not work. You get paid for work.
Have you been doing any golfing stuff? Playing golf.
I've hardly played at all. It's just been a bit hectic, and I've kind of lost the notion because I haven't had a chance to hit any balls or anything like that. So I've played in fact, I've probably played the least amount of golf I've ever played at this time of year. So hopefully I'm going to try and get a game a week at least. If I could get a game a week, that would be good. But
I know something you did. You booked something, Donald, didn't you?
what did I book?
You made a booking.
I made a booking.
You know, booked a holiday.
Yes, I booked a holiday for July, just a quick week away. Yeah. But Andy, I mean, I do like twice the hours you do in a week, so I need a holiday.
Yeah.
More for you, Donald.
Yeah. It's been 3 or 4 weeks since he was last away. Give him a break.
I know.
Tan's fading.
Well, that's the thing is with golf, though, Donald, is that you need to play golf to get the bug for golf.
Of course you do. Of course you do. I've been out in the wee course. I've had a couple of gaps, and I've been out in the wee course, just doing some chipping. And I've realised it's my eyesight that's the problem.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so. Because I keep hitting chips. And that's quite good. That's quite good. And I get up there, and it's like 10 feet short. And the ones I think I've hit past are pin high. So I'm going to have to recalibrate my eyes.
How do you do that?
It's very difficult. Very difficult.
Can you not see, or is it this cataract thing you've had?
No, well, they're done, so they're clear. It's obviously just. I mean, I can get my yardage. I've got a laser to get my yardage, but it's the closer ones.
Maybe you should do it like Bryson and that, do it and actually pace out chips and stuff. So
Probably should. That'd be great fun to play with, wouldn't it?
Do you not need glasses? No.
Not for
Well, sounds like
long.
Sounds like you do.
Well, it does sound like that, but I think it's more depth. You know, putting and saying that, but I mean, I'm always short with my putter, haven't I?
It's been known to happen.
Do you know, I'm always short, and I don't know whether that's getting anything to do with it or not.
Maybe
it's a good excuse.
Maybe your eyes are too close together.
Maybe I'm just shite.
That's Donald's.
That's a kind of conclusion I've come to. It's not very good.
It could be that. Andrew.
I haven't been up to a great deal. I had more injections yesterday, so that was lots of fun. I had one in my foot, which is the first time I've ever had one in my foot, and it was horrific. I did not enjoy it at all. But hopefully the next few days it'll settle down and I'll get playing again. So I haven't played much at all. I've been trying to organise a golf trip, just a wee weekend. So my friends and I go away. We used to go away in October just purely because we thought it was a wee bit cheaper, but obviously there's less chance of getting nice weather, so we thought, well, we'll go away in August. And my God, it's expensive. Like I can't believe how expensive. And I'm not talking about like top golf courses, but golf courses you think, oh well, you know, they're okay. And I mean, 265 quid seems to be pretty much standard now for, you know, a reasonable round of golf. It's unbelievable. Even Scottish resident rates, I mean, 160, 150, 140 quid. And I'm like, I can't justify that to go and play that golf course. Like, I say, you're not talking about top golf courses. So I'm struggling a wee bit. I'm trying to keep looking at different places to go, but it's quite
You're
expensive.
right, though. To be a member of a golf course in this country is reasonably cheap, right? I mean, we're talking, I think,
In comparison,
between
yeah.
700 and 900 roughly. But a round there might be 130 quid or something. So it's kind of, it doesn't quite level up, does it? So sometimes you're better off just buying a membership at one of these courses. One of you becoming a member and then you sign
I
everyone
know.
on.
A lot of them don't really make much sense to me either, because I mean, if you've got 5 golf courses and you kind of rate them, the green fees never really kind of make any sense. You know, you've got, I mean, I have to admit, I think, I wouldn't quote me, but I think Ladybank's probably about 120 odd pound, and it's a lot better than a lot of these golf courses at 260 quid. A lot better than them.
Yeah.
I suppose where they are kind of makes a difference as well, but I just can't believe how expensive it is. It's ridiculous. That's my rant. Gone are the days where, you know, you're 70, 80 quid for a round of golf. It's just gone. I don't think there's many places you'll get that. Not even close to that. Not even close.
There
to
are
that.
still some places that you can. You just got to
There are some, but
be
not
off the beaten track. but
not many you'd particularly want to go and play though. I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I have to admit, I was quite gobsmacked with it.
Okay, so you've not found anything yet?
Not really, no.
Not booked?
Not really. Not that what people. I mean, you can understand why so many guys do want to go abroad, but then trying to organise that's a pain in the backside. Eh? Trying to get 16 boys sending their details and passport details and flight details. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that's
Once
what
you get,
organisation.
that's why you pay a travel company to do these things, Andy.
Well, I think that might be the next option. I think because that you're cheaper. You're cheaper going abroad, and then it's a lot. I guess these courses are getting the money, otherwise they wouldn't be trying to charge them. So I mean, I suppose you can't blame them if they're getting the money for it. Then why not charge that money? But it just seems ridiculous.
Yeah.
In my opinion, might end up in the wee course for 3 days.
just have them to Ladybank. I was actually thinking when Peter said that, maybe you are better joining one of these clubs and then just inviting all these guys along as guests.
You're not far off that. Like genuinely, you're not far off that. It's
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah. Anyway, Peter.
Well, like Donald, I've not played. Last time I played golf was with you, Stuart, round the Dukes. That was weeks ago. I haven't played golf at all. I've hardly hit a ball, to be honest. But I want to. I mean, the weather's good now, and I'm raring to go, and the courses are all on Great Neck, and I've wandered round a few courses with people that are playing, but I've never played myself. So itching to get playing, if I'm honest. But I just haven't done it. What I have been doing is, well, I say me. Stuart's done all the work. So Stuart's helped me with the computer.
Turned it on.
Yeah, turned it on.
I like the way he says it helped him with a computer.
When I say helped, he basically did everything. So I've been trying to sort of just change the way I coach a little bit to a certain extent, and so brought up this kind of the scoring coach kind of thing, which is where I'm more interested in how people perform on a golf course, how they lower their scores, all that kind of stuff. It's stuff I've always wanted to do. Like the golf swing's one aspect, but I've always been more interested, or just as interested, we'll put it that way, as the processes, routines, the thoughts, where their scoring leaks are, all those sort of things. So that's what's managed to put, or I say Stuart managed to get a website up. I have no idea even where you go to get a website. On the web somewhere, I think.
Mm-hmm. Website shop.
And yeah, hopefully go down that route a little bit more with the coaching. So yeah, I'm kind of excited with that, and I've had a few days at Straven now. And that's been good. Members have been kind, but yeah, just teaching apart from that. But yeah, looking forward to that kind of different avenue of coaching a little bit, rather than just doing normal coaching.
It's a good idea, isn't it? I think so many golfers out there automatically assume that the better I hit the ball, the better I will score, the better the lower my handicap will come, and they don't. There isn't enough golfers that sort of look into it and say, right, I want my handicap down. How do I get my handicap down? I don't care if if it's a part of the game I want to improve on or I enjoy improving on. I have to improve on that, and there's not enough guys that do that.
Do you not have that conversation with your pupil?
You do,
You do, but
sorry, no, you do, but I kind of feel like it's if I went to the doctors and I'm not feeling well, doc, and you walk in and you go, I'm needing that operation, a couple of those pills on the top shelf there, and that'll be grand. And the doc's going to go, whoa, let me have a wee look first. So when they come in the bay, I kind of feel, and you try and steer the conversation as much as possible and get involved in their. It's whether get involved in how they actually play the game. But you know, they've got to be really, really honest with you, and some of them just aren't. They come in here telling you, "I want to work on my 7 irons and my driver," and I'm like, is that really what's going to bring your scores down? Now, some people just want to swing it better and want to hit it better and don't care. But I'm more interested in taking those people that actually want to score better. And sometimes I think it's, you know, if you're the professional, you should be guiding the pupil into what to practice a little bit more. So that's why I'm doing it. But there's still a place for normal lessons, obviously. It's just a different avenue to take some lessons away.
Okay, I disagree with you because I think you should be on that avenue anyway.
Well, how can you tell if you've never seen a player play what his strengths and weaknesses are?
You're saying we've got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. But it's like when you go to the doctors, how much do you drink? You know, I only drink 4 units a week. Right? But there's no point in telling your doctor that. You've got to tell him you drink your 14 bottles of Jack Daniel's, Pete. Right? You've got to be honest. If you want to get anything out of anything, you've got to be honest with them. So the coach pupil relationship's all about that.
It is, and you have these conversations, but there's more to it. And you can stand in a bay and talk about target selections and do all this, that, and the other. But you're in a bay off a flat lie, off a mat, majority of the time, because this country we don't really get grass to teach off. There's so much more to golf than just that golf swing off a flat lie with no consequences. You can build in these fake consequences and say, right, hit to that flag, pretend there's a bunker there. But it's there's the mental side behind that, and then you don't always see in a bay the information gathering, the process, the routine. You can do a little bit of them. I find an awful lot of people actually think their weaknesses are here and they're actually over there.
Definitely.
So. Yep. I think it is a big thing that the coaching is kind of left behind. It's kind of the way coaching used to be done, right? The pro go out, the pupils out in the golf course.
Yeah,
back in Nam. But
it's I'll think it's like, right, you learn how to swing the golf club and you learn how to play.
Yeah, but who teaches you how to play nowadays? That's my point. No, there's very few people teaching people how to play golf. There's loads of Donald Mackay's teaching golf swings, but there's very few people teaching how to play golf.
Oh.
No, that was a compliment. I still think, and I still will do it, where the golf swing is a huge aspect to becoming a good golfer, but it's just one sort of. There's more aspects to it.
Yeah,
we all know that.
You've got to be able to do both. Yeah. You've got to be able to hit a shot.
Of course you do, yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like learning to drive, or you pass your test. You actually learn to drive when you pass your test and you're out there on the road yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 100%, you definitely need help. And I'm not saying you're wrong, Pete, by any means at all.
No, I know.
But you should be doing that as part of your normal lessons anyway.
I do, but but you just can't. You can't do it as the way I want to do it. So you can't do it on a downslope, on a roughy lie, you can't have these scenarios. You can try and pretend these scenarios all you want. It's just not available. It's on the golf course.
I played in a meadow recently, and I think I played with 2 of your customers, Peter. Then, well, potential, because I played with this guy, Dean Robertson, who you guys might know, the local guy. I don't know what Dean plays off. Maybe 3, 4, something like that. Maybe 2.
Did you tell Dean you were going to talk about him?
No. I once texted Dean asking if he would come on the podcast. Actually, I said.
He thought it was.
I thought it was Dean. The other Dean Robertson.
The real Dean Robertson.
I was so embarrassed. Anyway, I said, "Oh, sorry, no, you don't have much of a story. It's the other Dean." But no, I played with Dean, and he swings perfectly, and he looks good, and he's obviously had a lot of putting lessons, and he's got these. Everything looks so good, and I came off the golf course and I beat him, man. It was horrific, and I just thought, yeah, he needs to learn how to get the ball around the golf course better somehow, because what he looks like he's doing is awesome. He hits the ball great.
And he needs to learn how to play, not how to swing.
Yeah, and then there was the other guy that was the next level. He was hitting the ball even further, but shot 89. You know, I was like, but I couldn't lace his boots hitting the ball in the range, you know. And I pop it round and yip it all the way around and shoot 76 from in. I can't remember what I shot. 77. I hold a second shot. A par 4. in my 5/6 hole.
And you're long, Stuart.
Yeah. There was 3 holes actually. There was 3 holes where I went and, you know when you hit the ball and it goes up, like at the first hole at Lundy I hit the ball up and it was right on line and I had to have a wee look in the hole. And everybody laughs at you when it's not in the hole. And then you're through the back. I did that again at 12, the par 3, because I had a good shot there, one of my very few good shots. And I went and looked in the hole. Nah, it's not there. Through the back. 15 again. Went and looked in the hole. It's in the hole.
Brilliant.
So there you go. Amazing.
You must be playing well with these rocket launchers.
No. Oh, the rocket launchers are good, aye.
What iron was it you hold?
Oh, it was just a wedge. It was downwind at the 15th. But you,
From 180 or something?
Yeah, I was going to say.
I carried 125.
but yeah, no, it is. I mean, it is. It's funny watching some of these guys play and coming off the golf course and beating them when I feel like I'm embarrassed to play with them because I'm so bad. And then you see the score at the end, and I'm like,
Aye. And you've played with good players like that as well, haven't you? You've thought, oh, he wasn't very good today, and then you go, oh, he was 68.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you've played with lots of them on tours, Pete, and you thought,
Yeah, I always remember, I don't want to bore you with the story, but I always remember probably Ernie Els, and I thought I hit the ball better than Ernie. and I thought he didn't hit the ball that well, and he kind of missed a couple of chances and flapped about a wee bit, and then he signed for 67, and I was like something like 68, and I was like, I can't believe he beat me today. It was just a lesson in, he just picked off his chances at the right holes, and the hard holes, he just kind of, I suppose he kind of dubbed it round about the green and got up and down and just moved on. There was no stress, but he definitely didn't hold that much, and I'm just like, that was class really when you think
he can
that.
play.
Yeah, it was class when I thought back. During the day I was just like, I've got this boy. And by the end of the 72 holes, he had me quite comfortably.
I think a lot of people in golf like talk about people they know or people they've played with, and they talk about them as if they're doing something wrong. It's like, I hit the ball really well today, and he played rubbish, and he got up and down, and he scuffed it around, and he made these putts, and he beat me, and it's like they've done something wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, but that is what golf is. It's a skill.
He can't play holds everything, as though it's not a skill.
Yeah. I play with this old guy, and he just hit it down the middle, and he didn't put it in any trouble. It's like, yeah, but you've got a club that goes the same distance as he's hitting his driver. Hit that club. Like, you can do the same thing, but they just think it's.
he's not doing the same thing at the sharp end, though, is he?
Well, yeah, it's. I don't know. I just think back to what you said about the coaching side. I think a lot of guys just think, as I say, if I hit the ball better, it'll lead to this, and doesn't always do that.
Sometimes hitting the ball better does do it, and sometimes the worst player I think thinks he needs to hit the ball a lot better. Where sometimes it's just a case of your bad shots are just too costly. It's not a case that you need to hit too many better ones. But sometimes it's a target selection. Sometimes it's a
Golf is about bad shots. It's not about good shots. It's all just about bad shots.
Yeah, it doesn't always take you to move to the next level of ball striking to be better. Sometimes it's just making sure that costly error isn't through a mental error before you've even taken it away. But I feel like you can't really see that on a range as much as I would like to.
But then there's the other side of things where, Andy, you asked last week, and I sometimes feel like this, is I can't enjoy a game if I can't hit it.
Oh no.
And so the score's important, and it should be the most
course.
important thing, but it's much better fun when you're hitting the ball well.
It's an amazing amount of people you ask about that aren't at the elite level, that they just want to strike it. It's 150, but that was right out the middle, I struck it.
Yeah.
And we're going, but you're 50 yards, right? You're lost. How good a strike was that?
Yeah.
You know? And it's difficult getting a happy medium between the two for some people. Some people, what would you rather do? I'd rather go out and scab it and shoot 68 than rip it and shoot 72.
Yeah, we talked about this last week a wee bit, and
all the time.
Yeah, I'd rather have the good score as well. I do think, going against what I'm saying slightly, but I do think if you can strike it, you can play. I mean, I've had days that I'm struggling to strike, and then all of a sudden you can't hit a shot, right? You can't really think, right, I'm going to do this with a golf ball. You're just down there looking at it again, don't duff it. So there's an element where you have to get, all your eggs in line first, but it depends whether it's chicken and egg. There's a bit of both in there, and it depends which comes first.
You sometimes get some great satisfaction. I played it awful today. 68, it was magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's not as well to do with the fact. I often say to my son, learn how to score when you're not playing well. And that's what golf's all about. Like you've just said this. But it means that there's more to come. Like if you can score when you're not playing well, imagine what you can score when you do play well.
Yeah.
But if you can't do it when you're not playing well, you'll never do. You might play well and score well one day, but it's not going to be a consistent thing.
Absolutely. I remember a college coach talking about that, or one of the top coaches talking about that, and it was Harrington actually. He was mentioning in it, and he was like, if someone like Harrington at a young age was, say, shot a 63, all over the shop, up and down out of ball washers like he did, and then you get another kid shooting 63, playing with him, same age, that was just Daniel Dart down the middle, boop, boop, boop. And he said, I would back your Harrington type player because there's so much room for improvement there. Yeah. And if that's kind of what you're saying. Well, yeah, and he picked an obvious answer because the boy went on to win majors, right? So it wasn't like anyone could argue, no, I would have picked the other boy.
They're playing well in Ireland for shooting 63 as kids, though, eh? Two of them.
What would you get more satisfaction out? Stiffing an 8-iron to 6 feet and holding the putt, or getting up and down from a ridiculously awkward lie? What would you feel more sense of satisfaction?
Me would be the stiff and 8-iron, but
I find that a hard question to answer, I have to admit.
I just think sometimes that there's, I think in my head, if I stiff one to 6 feet and hold the putt, I think
stiff it's not 6 feet.
Well, no, sorry. Okay, sorry. Stiffen it to 2 feet, and I might make that. I don't know. I think in my head, well, it's probably not going to happen on the next hole or happen again. Whereas the up and down, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's more sustainable.
It is to a certain extent.
I know it's a hard one for me to get across what I mean in there.
I was kind of half thinking about this the other day. If you had a kid dropped off, right, I need to make this specimen awesome. I would kind of be tempted to start with just chipping and putting, and learn the short game first, and then eventually, obviously, you get a golf swing.
Could you go and find the kid that wants to learn like that, though?
Exactly.
But we've said that for 100 years.
I know, but they're doing the opposite these days. Uh-huh. But you learn so much about how to open up, close it down, where there's so much
about.
Yes, you don't need overly taught at that part of the game. You just need a couple of basics, philosophies, and go, and then working along it.
Right. So what we're saying is it's not just about hitting it far.
No. If you had an immaculate.
And it's 100% not about hitting it far.
I know, but the game's been all about hitting it far for so long now.
Yeah, but it's stalling out now. I think it's stalling out.
And that's always only been for your elite golfers as well.
Yeah.
That's not for your punter. They need to learn to chip and putt.
It's levels, isn't it? If you had an immaculate short game sitting out there and you had the range or a 300-yard grass area to go and hit balls off, what would you go and do? If you had a spare hour, what would you go and do?
Well, I'll go and chip and putt.
Yeah, and so would I. But the amount of people, again, that come for lessons, they would say, oh, God, I need to practice my short game, but can we look at driver of the day? And they'll be out that way and not out that way.
Yeah.
It's not sexy, but at the end of the day, it gets your scores, doesn't it? It depends what you want to do.
Well, I played. Sorry, don't know. None of you guys play golf. I'll just tell you my golf. It's fine you talking about golf, and this is how you get better, but you don't play. So I don't care. I played Pitlock the other day. That was nice. But I was going to say, we got on the first tee, right? Right, what's the strokes? Oh, right, well, my handicap is this. Your handicap's that, your handicap's that. Right, well, we better go and look at the handicap board. So we wander away down to the handicap board. We look up your handicap. Oh, there's my handicap, but that's my handicap for the day. Right, what's your handicap for the day? And then you have to work it out. And then you go, oh, well, what's the percentage? It's 90%. And then you go, all right, well, that means I come down to scratch. You get 90% of 5, which is, I don't know.
Get your phones out to do the maths.
It just all seems so ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you play off different tees, and your handicaps are worth different values on different tees, which is correct. But
can you not just go on the app?
I just think,
I'll just tell you.
Why can't we just have a handicap where we go, you're playing off 10, I'm playing off 5, right? You got 5 shots. Why can't we just come up with that system? And I know, I just feel like the handicap system has been overdeveloped to try and please everybody, but actually it ends up just a complete over-the-top engineered.
Yeah, it's very, very complicated, isn't it?
It's very scientific now.
It feels that way. Yeah.
It does take away the just kind of rock up and go aspect, but I don't know. I mean, I don't use it, but it seems very. I mean, even when you ask somebody in the bay, what's your handicap? And they're like, well, I'm like,
Well,
playing handicap.
I just say what's your handicap index these days. You've got to actually add that onto it.
All right, I just say what's your 70s, 80s, or 90s? Sure, I start lowering it down.
Just your handicap index, right? So I'm 7.4. So what does that give you at your course? What does that give you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a 7 handicapper, but you're getting 12 when you play at Carnoustie, and you're getting 5 when you play at Falkland.
I feel like the handicap system, I mean, there's parts of it that I like, and I've said I like more than the old system. There's parts of it that I don't like as much. But I feel like it's lost its way. It means less than it did before.
It definitely does.
In a pursuit to, like, include everybody. Oh, everybody needs to have a handicap. Come on, people, come and get a handicap. It's really easy. All you need to do is hand in the scores. You need to play 18 holes. You just play 9 holes. And then you add them all together and you get a handicap, and it's great. It's lovely. It's lovely. Everybody gets a handicap. Michael's away to playing a school game today, school competition.
Yeah.
And I like Michael because I like Michael's handicap. I don't allow them to.
You like him? He's your son.
That's all right. I don't like him all the time. But at least his handicap, I don't allow him to put in handicap, the general play scores. You're not allowed to do that for your handicap. That's banned. And so is it for Rebecca. They're not allowed to do that. We did it 3 times to get their handicap to start with. Once they got a handicap, not being allowed
You don't let them?
Not once. Not once.
Mm-hmm.
Your handicap needs to be a competition handicap.
The rules with an iron fist, Stuart.
It is.
Jesus.
It is, but it's correct, I think.
Your kids are starving and every other kids are just getting fed.
I have seen so many times where kids particularly, but also adults, handing in 9-hole scores, playing with their mates, sometimes even on themselves. Sometimes they start scoring halfway around the course. Oh, I'm playing quite well. I'll put in a card today.
Yeah.
Absolute nonsense.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, 9-hole scores are ridiculous, are they not? It's an 18-hole game.
But you should have to make that decision before you start. That's the thing, shouldn't you?
Yeah, but even a 9-hole score, I think, like, if you said, right, we've only got room for a 200-metre track here, but let's do the 400 metres. We'll just do 200 metres today and we'll do 200 metres tomorrow. Why not do that? What's the difference? Is it not the same thing? I just don't think.
Quite, but
I just don't think it relates. I just think there's loads of people with nonsense handicaps now.
No, I do agree. It's an 18-hole. It's an 18-hole handicap. It's not a 9-hole handicap. At what point do you stop? Do you say it's all right to play a 4-hole handicap?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I just think it's
one under after 3. That's me. I'm done. I'll just times that by. Oh God, 6 under.
Right.
I just think we're trying to include everybody. We're trying. Oh, Jimmy, can he play? Because he works until 6 o'clock. Can you give him a chance to get a handicap? Find some time, Jimmy.
I think the general play thing. I think it should be handicap cuts only.
What's that again?
Handicap cuts only. I don't think you should be able to go up through general play, but only to category 1. Category 1, 5 and below. Don't know whether that's still even the case. Right. You should not be able to play general play at all. It's nothing but competition. But I think.
How do you mean handicap cuts only? Because
if you're an 18 handicapper, right?
So if it's not one of your 8 scores, it doesn't count.
And you put in that, you score 100. That doesn't count as part of score. But if you shoot an 80, net 62, that counts. So your handicap can get cut. So you can reduce your handicap through general play, right, until you get to a certain level. I'm saying category 1, right? 5 handicap or 6 handicap and below. And then, as soon as you're below 6, it's competition scores only, because that's when people are starting to try and get lower to get into events and things like that.
I would go for something like that. I might even go for. I think it must be completely possible with a press of a button. I mean, I'm setting up a website just now. With a press of a button, you could siphon off all your general play scores, so you're just left with handicap scores. Right, so now I can see what's my competition
competition scores.
What's my competition handicap versus what's my other handicap. So everybody could have a handicap, but I want to know what your competition handicap is. I'm not interested in what you shoot with your mates down, on at 6 o'clock on a Wednesday night, mucking about. When you sometimes hand in the score and sometimes don't. I want to know what you score under the gun.
Correct. I think that's a big part of golf.
And I think then the handicap system then means more again. And then that's what you use to enter competitions or, we're no longer using handicaps to enter things, it feels, anymore. Because it doesn't mean anything. I mean, Donald's solution is to stop high handicappers or other people putting their handicap officially high, so they'll win events.
Correct.
And you have Texas scrambles, so people shoot like,
48.
yeah, 48. But I think that also the other way is I've seen it in particularly kids, unfortunately, have artificially low handicaps because they're handing in scores that they can't even count, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a Sunday competition and see every single card that comes in, wait a minute, that doesn't add up to that. Oh, wait a minute, I'll check it with my card. And you get to a score. I don't know if that. But, like, kids can't count. Lots of people can't count, I suppose. But at least if there's somebody else.
Do you still get DQ'd for that?
I can't.
Not for addition.
So sorry?
You don't get DQ'd if you can't count the addition of the scores, but
As long as in the boxes they're correct.
yeah, the boxes are correct, or boxes are correct or not lower. If you scored a 4, you put a 5. That's just tough.
Yeah.
But I'm there to help them, like you did in the scoring hut at the tour. They're there to help you. Stop getting disqualified. It's only if you go away having handed in your card and left.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I just think I'd like to see the handicap system mean something more again.
So you're stopping your kids from doing it. Do you think that's fair on your children considering every other kid's doing it, or is that just you doing it the way you think is right for your family?
I think if they handed in general play scores, they'd be lower.
Yeah.
But by a couple of shots. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. It means nothing.
Why do you think they'd be lower?
Because I think it's easier to play in general play.
Because of the pressure.
Yeah.
Yes. If young Michael, for example, you could pick on a Mike here, maybe he just runs out and plays with Stuart on a Wednesday night. There's no pressure playing with his dad.
No, he holds lots of putts, and there's no pressure, and it doesn't. I don't know. Even though you are saying, right, I'm going out to play a competition round, it doesn't feel the same. It's not the same thing, and I don't believe it's the same thing for anybody.
Yeah.
Playing with two guys you don't really know that well in a medal on a Saturday is different to playing with, in a bit general play round.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a grump I have.
I feel from talking to a lot of people about the handicaps, there's far more unrealistic lower handicaps than there is high ones now. I know the odd guys kind of like, oh god, I've gone up, but generally they're going up because they have just played bad golf. The amount of guys I talk that say, oh, I'm off such and such, it's like, not a chance are you off that handicap.
I've had this conversation.
It's brutal.
Often, the scratch handicapper or the +2 handicapper that's never broke par. It's just silly. That's why I'm saying category 1 and below, I don't think there should be general play. I think that would help it, certainly.
I would just siphon it off. And you should have 2 handicaps.
Well, you're making it even more complicated then.
Well, it does for some people, but at least if you ask somebody what their handicap is, you're going to say, "What's your competition handicap?" You're not going to go, "So, what's your fun handicap?" What's your handicap when you're just playing with your what's your competition handicap? That's what.
I think that would be really good because I think it also shows, like, you say, so what's your fun handicap? Oh, I'm off 2. What's your competition? I'm off 12. Cheat. You're a cheater.
What's your hangover handicap?
Yeah. NR. No, I think that's good. I think that shows up what you're like in competitions and what you're like in general play. I like that.
Yeah, well,
it's complicated. But
You just turned it. You just said it was too complicated. Now you're giving somebody 2 handicaps. Now it's just getting even more complicated. But I see where you're going with it. I see where Donald's going with it. And look, at the end of the day, we've got a system that the whole world basically, the world handicap says, it is what it is.
All the people you talk to, there's not many people happy with the handicapping system at the moment.
No, but Stuart and Andy said last week that they were coming round to it, and I don't use it, so I'm not really, I can't really say anything, but they're coming round to it a little bit. Stuart's
coming round to it, but he'll not even let his kids do it.
I'm coming...
and Andy's coming round to it because that's the only way he can put a score in.
And I cheat.
But the old system was flawed as well. But we don't get into the system. It's just Stuart saying about the.
I'm coming round to it. I just don't like general play. I just don't. I don't mind it, but it just shouldn't count towards a competition handicap. That's what I want. That's all I want.
A lot of people just don't understand the 8 out of 20. Like I don't get
how.
I don't know. So say someone shoots 80 and they go up and they go, I don't know why I went up. Say, well, what score came off? A 72. Well, that's why it's gone up. And they just don't seem to be able to get that in their head. The 8 out of the 20 makes perfect sense.
But it does mean they need to pay attention. So, like, if I I know what score's dropping off. I know that I've got 3 or 4 scores coming off in the next 4 or 5 times. I need to start playing a bit better. So you do know that, but some people maybe just don't pay attention to the app, and they just look on the app the next day and my handicap went up. So you do need to pay attention to the numbers.
A lot of people do that, yeah.
Yeah. You need to pay attention to the numbers. If you're not that interested, it must be just mind-boggling.
And you didn't have to pay attention to these things before.
No, you didn't. But then you only went
up 0.1.
0.1. It's all nonsense. Talking about amateur golf, right? What are your feelings on an ex-pro? The bit of news about this week, winning the amateur championship. So Stuart Grehan from Ireland beat Matt Maloney from America, won up in the amateur championship final, which now qualifies him for obviously the
majors,
the Masters and the Open. He played Challenge Tour in 2023, 8 events, and then in 25 he played the Worker Cup, which is the best amateur team event in the world maybe. And then now he's won the amateur championship and off to the Masters. So he obviously got his amateur status back like I did, slightly better golfer than me. But what's your thoughts? Do you think that's okay? Is it good?
I don't think you can moan. I mean, he doesn't get the benefits of playing in pro events anymore. So what's the issue?
Yeah, I agree. I don't see any issue. He's been pro. He obviously didn't make it as a pro. Turned back amateur. It's like saying to you, you shouldn't be able to win your club championship. Sure, you used to be a pro. So no, to me, it's just half of these amateurs are at that level are pretty much full-time pros, give or take. They're just not earning the money. So I don't have a problem with it. It was a good win. I actually watched quite a bit of it. He was down for the first 18 for a good bit, and then next time he switched it back on, he was 2 up. So he was 2 down, 2 up.
What about? Right. So I don't know what I feel in this. Actually, there's something wrong with the whole system for me. Like, I don't know what the difference between pro and amateur is anymore. I just feel like it's a grey area. Some of the amateurs are getting sponsorship and flying the world playing golf, and some of the pros are not getting sponsorship and can only play in Scotland because there's nothing else for them to play in. And they're the pros. I can't remember where I was going with this. Oh God, I've lost my train of thought.
Well, just before you carry on, I do remember watching the golf this week, and McGinley it was sorry, you remembered your train of thought? Do you want to go? Do you want me to carry on? So McGinley said first, he was talking about the college system out in the States, which obviously I'm a big advocate for. But these kids they're obviously at a good college, but they're taking their private jets to the tournaments and back and forward and back. And McGinley's kind of like, and I'm totally on board with him. He's like, then they're going to turn pro, and then they're going back to cattle class until they earn enough money where they'll be going in as your private jets is a major away, right? So sometimes, and you'll sign for that college because they've got these awesome fundings to do all these things, but the real world's not that easy. You got to be. So yeah, that's what he was saying about that, which I totally agreed with him.
So I was going to say, I don't mind them going. I don't think I know what my own thoughts are really on this guy winning the amateur championship. I know there's some problems, they have the same sort of thing. But what if this guy uses this? He's come back to amateur golf and then he goes and plays, suddenly gets sponsorship and goes, I'll maybe try again. Yeah. And then he does it again, fails again, comes back again, process starts again. Is that all right?
So it's just a career change, isn't it? Can nobody have a career change? Suddenly I'm 25. I'm not enjoying this full-time golf. I'm not making any money. Need to have a career change. Suddenly go and sell insurance or whatever it may be, or become a financial advisor. I'm doing all right at this. I'm going to play a bit of golf as well. My golf's all right again, but I'm going to play amateur level.
Yeah.
Everybody can have a career change, can they not?
Yeah, I know. I just wondered at what point should that not be allowed?
It used to be once you'd been a pro and it went in your earnings, how long you would have to wait before you get your amateur status back.
It's still kind of like that. It's just to do with the wording is if they've played significant playing career, but it's kind of a vague.
Yeah. What is significant?
People get it back in 6 months and stuff now, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, but this guy's not great, is he? I mean, he's played Challenge Tour golf. He's a good golfer, but he's never going to.
I'm not sure it should really matter on how good he is. Like, I'm not sure it should matter that well, if someone can turn pro but not be a great pro, they're allowed back amateur. But if you're a better pro, you're not allowed back amateur. Like surely, you can't decide if someone wants to come back amateur, but they're too good
so
to
then
do
you,
it.
you take it to the ridiculous, right?
Tiger Woods.
Well, Rory McIlroy.
Okay,
How many years before he can play in the amateur championship?
a lot.
So
need
you've
to be a
just
lot.
defeated your argument.
No. If Rory McIlroy tomorrow decided to turn back amateur, I don't think he should be able to turn back amateur tomorrow. But at some point, he should be able to turn back amateur if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Why can he? So he's too good to turn back amateur, but someone else isn't.
It's just where you draw that line, and where you draw and how you organise the scale of how long that takes.
Well, this is exactly why that's a vague sentence you wrote out, because nobody wants to make any. You don't want to put a numerical value on it. If you've made over 50 grand, right, that's 1 year. Over 100 grand, you've got to wait 3 years. I mean, you could start putting numerical values on it, but it gets really messy, right?
Yeah.
So McIlroy would be about 100 million years. So
I think it's the time as well, because even like at my level that hasn't played, like I can't turn back amateur tomorrow. I still need a certain. I think it's 2 years or something.
It won't take you long.
No, I know.
I think it was 6 months or something like that, Andy.
Probably. Aye.
No, it is. It'll be-
Genuinely.
Is that right?
Yeah.
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 I know. I mean, yeah. A couple of guys I worked with, they turned back. They hadn't played at all, and they were quite a while. But that was a long time ago. But yeah. But I mean, anyone can turn pro, can't they? So I mean, why can't anyone just turn amateur?
It's just yeah. No, I don't think I have anything against it. I feel like it's quite quick from playing Challenge Tour events to playing Walker Cup, but he's probably waited his year and then he's played amateur events. He's played to get the Walker Cup. You're playing
qualified,
and you're obviously loving. I've often said that a lot of pros are lost to the game because they don't play golf anymore, and I think that's sad. So this guy obviously loves competing.
Yeah, there's stories behind it. He's got a family now. Probably Challenge Tour, and then the pregnancy, whatever happened, blah blah, and then the life comes into it, and then he's like, well, I better get a job, better turn amateur, blah blah, do all that, and then, oh god, I'm still good at golf. I'm going to try that event, and before you know it, he's won it.
Okay.
It happens to people all the time. He
I
just
think
so
it's-
happened to turn back amateur.
I think it's extremely easy for people to say, "Oh, well, he was a pro," like.
Yeah, as if that
it's
makes him
easy
miles
and it's-
better.
Yeah, so well, that doesn't really count as a win because he used to be pro. So, well, yeah, but some bloody good amateurs out there. I mean, you still got.
There is a bit of that. There is you've lost your whiteness
Yeah.
when you turn pro and you come back. You're a bit grey. You're a bit dirty.
Yeah, I turned pro in the
Yeah.
M6, I think. I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm pro. I mean, you can just turn pro.
Yeah, it's
You
about
just sign up for a tournament. I mean, technically not pro until you've pegged it off the first tee, but you just decide you're turning pro. It's not hard to turn pro, folks.
I hate it. Even like if I go and play with my pals and like say I win, it's like, oh, you're pro. I'm like, no, I'm a teaching pro. I'm not a pro. Yeah, but you're pro though. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. They're like, it just really annoys me. I'm like, no, there should be different. There's levels, right?
Right, but-
I'm a teaching pro.
But you love it when you're in the pub later and you're
Absolutely.
you're talking to a female,
I'm
aren't you?
I'm a pro. What tour did you play on it? Don't worry about that. I also don't go to pubs, Donald. So what are you talking about?
Okay, let's talk about pros. Let's move on to pros. Okay, US Open, Shinnecock Hills. What did we think first of all of the look of the course? Fairways were wide, very wide. I mean, unbelievably wide. I think 50 yards wide.
Unbelievably wide, but because they were so firm, half the size of them, doesn't it? How many balls did you see running in the fairway and running into the rough?
True.
Loads
Yeah.
and loads and loads.
And that first cut was reasonably healthy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I
So you
think that
could
it's set up.
you could have it half that width, but with soft fairways, and it would hit way more fairways.
It does give the when you people that like angles, the angles chat. If you when you've got wide fairways, it does, and you've got tough greens. You could say, right, well, we need to be down the left-hand side of this fairway to get at that pin, and it does add a little bit of something you have to think about, which I quite like. But to be honest, I still prefer, in my head, US Opens should be tight as hell, long rough, and I'm struggling. They did miss some
no,
fairways.
Did you not think that
They
they
were
struggle?
in a different way though. I feel like at the US Open the last few years, I feel like I don't know the difference between the US Open and the USPGA sometimes now. Do you know what I mean?
That's I think because the USPGA's got way better.
Yeah, but the US Open's lost its. I feel like it's lost its identity more. But maybe that's just the identity of when I was in the mid '90s. That's when I was watching a lot of golf.
Yeah, I thought it was a good US Open course.
So did I. I I love that kind of fescue, the long kind of withery grass. That is the fescue, right? Before I say anything stupid.
It's just you're American.
Or whatever, the long wispy stuff.
Aye, that's better.
We can see it, and we're like, whoa, I can get a 4-iron at that, and before you know it's twizzled, and the the hossel's closed down. And I mean, so it tempts them in. It's like heather around Ladybank. I mean, you think, oh, I can get the back of that. No chance. So, to me, that's better than just the gouging where you get your strongest guys in the field just being better. So it takes away all this power game a wee bit. It's a bit more, some people say it's a bit more a lottery ticket. I get that argument as well, I suppose. But I like the fact that it gave you options, and they had the big runoffs off the greens. I like the golf course. I thought the golf course was a good.
They still had some
test.
control on the greens as well. I didn't think
Absolutely.
it was brutal and balls are bouncing all over the place off the greens, and they can't hold greens. They're missing the wrong place. They were penalised, but they were still spinning the ball. They still had a bit of a control. I didn't think it was as big a lottery as what some people were saying. I mean, I had a little look on one time on Saturday. I think it was 20 boys under par. And some of them didn't stay there, but they were still.
Only 3 people finished under par. And I'm thinking in my head it was wide fairways and the greens were softer than I'd want to see them. Imagine what they would shot if they'd got my course set up.
But at one point, someone was 8 under.
But they didn't finish it.
there.
So it's their fault. Still finished 5 under.
I remember Gil
I mean, it's still
Morgan.
not ridiculous.
Pretty
Is
good.
it? It's not ridiculous.
And hold lots and lots and
Hold
lots
lots of putts. Lots of putts.
I liked it. I thought it gave you a chance to make birdies, and it gave you like the last major where Aaron Rai won. I felt it was too hard to chase him down, too hard for anyone to make up ground. Whereas I felt it offered you that chance. So I thought the setup was bang on. I really liked it. Small greens within greens. I mean, the greens are huge, but really they're tiny because they're little up turns.
Okay.
So
I mean, you've seen more guys missing the green with chips than you've seen in a long time, didn't you?
yeah.
No, chipping back to their feet, or chipping over the green.
Especially, I think it was at 10 that was kind of the semi-blind one.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone flew the green. Everyone, player after player after player. It was quite. You don't often see that many of those guys make mistakes in a row. But I thought it was good. The other thing as well is it just keeps you watching it. You always know something can happen at any point. You don't want it to be boring where the guy's out in front and that's it, and he's going to stay there. There's no point. You always knew there was a double there, or there could be a double there, and I think that's what I quite like. Coming down. I didn't watch it live, but the back nine there, and when I was watching, at any point, Clark could do something, and he did a lot. I mean, I watched a bit on Saturday, and the amount of times he got himself out of trouble with holding putts,
holding a 15-footer.
the amount of times. But at the end of the day, he deserved it over the 4 days. I don't think
He did. He played the best golf. He got lucky. Well, he didn't get lucky, but the turning point for the tournament, because he was kind of frittering shots away. Par 5, he's hoiked it miles left off the tee, and he's hit a great 7-iron recovery out that wispy grass. Now that could have gone anywhere. That could have been in the bunker 5 yards shorter, and then he's making. Now he birdied that hole, and that was tournament over, pretty much. So he capitalized on his good thing. He got his 9-iron up on the green. Just hold it. Tournament over. But the crowds didn't like him, did they?
Well, I was going to come into that. It was the obvious story. I mean, it's the obvious story of the week, isn't it? Last round. But where they're in Long Island, New York, which is where the Ryder Cup was held last year. Long Island, New York at Bethpage. And there's been calls for golf should be banned from going to Long Island, New York. But and to be honest, the Ryder Cup was bad, but that was pretty rotten. I mean, he's got a wee bad name. I'd forgotten why. I've forgotten why I didn't like him. But I don't not like him. But yeah, I remember him beating up the locker room last year. And
what did he do in the locker room? Did he
smashed up?
Kicked 2 of them in, wasn't it? 120-year-old lockers. He'd kicked the doors off them.
Right.
I think he just never came out and properly apologised, really. It was a bit blasé what he said. But whatever, I feel like that. I don't remember that stuff. But people are just looking for an excuse to hate somebody in Long Island, New York. It's like, and it was pretty rotten. Have you ever?
Yeah, you're not telling me those 20,000 people there are just hating him because he's kicked a couple of lockers.
I don't think they wanted him to run away with it either. And I think they wanted Scotty.
Yeah, well, they did, yeah.
But is there a place for this in golf? Where it's almost
not
like
a chance.
booze?
Not for me. Not screaming. I saw a couple of videos. Even Rory, one of them, I mean, Rory's over it, and the guy is screaming like 15 feet from him,
Aye.
screaming
Get in the
at him.
bunker!
And to be fair to Rory, like he's taking the mick. The guy must have been a bit of a big lad, and he's taking him. Rory took the mick out of him, but I would just be saying straight away, like, security guard, just get him out, just fling him out, like.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's no room for that in golf.
Not at all. Choked. What was it? They were shouting at Clark, don't choke, don't choke. And it turned out it was a member's son, like a young kid that got kicked out, I think, just after that. But nah, there's no place for that. You cheer the good shots. I think it's the same with tennis. I mean, you don't see them often cheering bad stuff. You know, you just cheer the good stuff. I think for me, it's got to still be respectful.
Yeah, you don't have to cheer if the guy, you don't like the guy and he holds a putt, but if you're not going to say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Do you not think certain areas, like, you have to live up to the reputation, or that you go to New York, the crowds are rough, you know, they've got to live up to it? Do you know, there's a bit of that, like in Scotland, we've got to live
there
up
seems to be.
You go abroad and you've got to live up to your drinking reputation.
They're doing that quite well in Boston and Miami now.
Yeah.
But they're doing it in a very nice way.
They're lovely. I'm sure they all lovely drunks.
I saw a video on Instagram. I'm not sure who the guy was, but he was an American guy was talking about when Harman won the Open here, and he was saying, the British crowds were sort of really getting on at him, and I'm like, there's no many times I've heard British fans be abusive at even the Ryder Cup. I don't think the British fans ever go as much, the European fans go as much as what the Americans do.
It's just they probably are, though. There's probably one or two in the crowd that are doing
one or two, but
they
not
should
a
just
lot.
be chucked out, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all. That's make an example of some people.
Well, I think that's over here. The crowd kind of police it themselves a wee bit, in that the guys will get told to shut up.
Yeah, you wouldn't be quick to telling someone to shut up, would you? You'd be quick to tell them to shut up if they done that.
Yeah.
There's all the shouts as well, like the mashed potato shouts, getting the whole shouts. Throw them out. Just throw them out like absolute muppets.
But anyway,
What's more annoying? Quickly, what's more annoying? Somebody hurling abuse, or what's worse? Somebody hurling abuse at McIlroy for that shot, or mashed potato shouts. Not what's worse, but
I think the mashed potatoes annoy me more.
I doesn't know.
No, it's abusing, and McIlroy is obviously way worse.
it is worse. But the mashed potato kills me as well.
It kills him. But
The other one, I'm just like, they've taken this sport too far. They've taken this the hatred too far. But the mashed potato is just annoying. Just get a YouTube channel, you mug. Just go and if that's what you want to do to get yourself seen for 5 seconds.
I hate it. I really do.
Well, where did it originate from?
Just somebody try to get in telly,
What
right?
does it mean?
Well, I think it just started out with getting the hole, and then they realised how ridiculous that is.
Yeah.
They just shout anything now.
Yeah.
And now they think getting the hole in a par 5's funny. They think it's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's amazing how funny things get after a couple of beers, though.
It's American. Have you seen the American football chant that they've come out with at the World Cup? It is the cringiest thing that you will ever see. Like, it's horrific. Like, I mean, I can't
What is it,
just
Andrew?
I'll not sing it for
Well,
you.
you need to tell us.
But
about it.
even the American commentators were like, "This is the cringiest thing." Like, they're going on about all the chants that, like, obviously the Scots have come up with, and all these fans have come up with, and then you've got the American one. It is horrific. Honestly, it's so bad. They just need to get someone to come out with these
They
things.
don't
for
even
them.
call themselves USA in the World Cup, do they?
No,
What is
I
their
don't
name?
God knows.
Ugh, Team USA, okay. What do you call him? Joaquin Neiman have got 2-shot penalty for chucking a club.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of it. Well, it's the first time it's ever happened. That's why I've never heard of it before. What do you think of that?
Did he throw it at somebody?
No. I don't think it was on camera either. It just it was off camera. It happened. It's not like it didn't happen because it wasn't filmed, which I think happens nowadays. And he got a 2-shot penalty for chucking his club.
Must
And
have
he-
been pretty aggressive, you would think.
We'd hit 2 balls out of bounds.
Yeah, I saw the
He's
score.
just hit 2 balls out of bounds. His third one's gone somewhere, and he's launched his club, made 11, and actually ended up finishing the weekend top.
He not finished one over or something.
Well, he was a bit
Finished seventh.
He
one
got
of
up to about 3rd place, did he not? Late on Sunday, he looked quite good, quite
How many?
regrettable.
How many 2-shot penalties would Garcia had over the years then? That was good. He's throwing
Like-
his shoes and everything.
Exactly, but I suppose if we're going to clean
It's
up,
fine. I don't have a problem with that. Just fine. 2 shots, fine.
But make it consistent though.
How can you make it consistent? Where do you draw the line? One
A
flag?
referee's got to be there to see it, right? So
Why?
that's that.
All right. Yes. What about playing partner? That's your referee.
If I'm playing with you and you're pissing me off, I'll just say to the boys, you threw a club and you get 2 shot penalty. That can't work.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Okay,
No.
but I do think it's fine. It's fine to find somebody 2 shots for that. I don't have a problem with that at all.
But why have we got to the stage where?
If you take it back to the danger side.
Why have we got to the stage where somebody just received a 2-shot penalty for chucking a club? And we've not been calling for this. I don't remember. Nobody I know has ever said,
No,
exactly.
Bob McIntyre should get a 2-shot penalty for being an idiot at the Masters.
So we stop talking about slow play.
It's slow play. Yeah. So, but like nobody gets penalties for slow play, but we get it for chucking a club now.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I do agree with chucking a club penalties, probably.
You'd have lots of penalties.
Does involuntary chucking of clubs count? But yeah, it's just I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, but they need to make that consistent, I think. You know.
Yeah, you got to make. Yeah, when it's in fits of rate. I also always think of baseball. So when your batsman hits it and then he flings the bat so you can go and run to first base or whatever it be, they get. I'm pretty sure. Don't know, but they get big fines if that fling is a bit too.
Fines? I don't care about fines.
Or whatever they'll get deductions. I don't know what it is, but you got to be careful. You're throwing stuff towards a crowd. You should be getting 2-shot penalties. Now, hopefully, if it's not in rage and he throws it down the middle, you're not going to hurt anyone. But
What happens if you scream obscenities?
it's
obscenities
all
are
these things are not great, but let's just get the speed of play up.
Well, yeah, no, I think speed of play is more. But I mean, if someone shouts out, Jordan Spieth always just shouts ridiculous stuff. Like, I mean, again, it's like, well, that's just as bad as throwing a club, surely. Yeah. Where'd you stop? Club throwing's fine.
What happens in tennis? You know when a tennis player bashes the racket, ruins the racket.
Well, they can get points.
Do they get points?
They get point deductions, yeah.
Ah, right, it's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
they
See,
do.
tennis, I got it right.
It does. It happens in other sports.
Anyway, yeah, I can't remember. There was any. Oh well, that's Wyndham Clark's now won 2 majors, which there's very few players won 2 majors,
Yeah.
and he's young. He's up there with John Ram, DJ, Norman, Xander, JT, and Bryson now.
Has he done anything out with America?
No.
No, probably hasn't played out with
I
America.
don't know if he knows if there's a country outside of America. He's one of these. I don't know. I think he in the majors he did 4th at the Open one year. I saw that.
Well, there you go then. So,
Guy's a good golfer.
oh, he can play, yeah.
Two for Dustin's a bit of an underachievement, isn't it? For what he's done in his career.
He was doing great this week and then just had a complete and utter meltdown. But
I think it was quite easy done in that course, though, wasn't he? He wasn't alone there.
yeah.
No, I think with Wyndham Clark, he's quite sort of publicly known to have some mental issues as well, which is, I think I heard an interview with him. He said I think it was around the time last year, and he was saying he was just struggling. I mean, he didn't see himself even continuing with golf at one point. He was saying I was just struggling so badly, and I think to come back again, because I think he had suffered previously before his first major when he had started seeing a psychologist or something. So he had issues last year and then come back again, and it's impressive, especially to keep it going when obviously what we've spoken about with the fans and stuff. I think it's a very impressive win, really impressive one. I think
It's like you said last week, Peter. How good is Alex Fitzpatrick?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just wait and see how good he is after a wee slump. It's always impressive when they come back, isn't it? And prove their class. I think that's what happens, isn't it?
He's a class golfer, isn't he? He was touted as one of the top golfers before he started his pro career, and then he's already won 2 majors. So
Hits a long way. That's where he gains all his strokes. It's not to do with short game.
He's putted one of the
his putting was ridiculous. His putting.
Yeah. Anyway, this week the Italian Open and the Travellers Championship signature event again. No Rory again. Rory just plays when he wants to play. After being the guy saying we need to get all the top players together more often, he seems to be the one missing more than anything. And he's come out and I feel like he's just a little bit sticking his fingers up at the tour for treating them crap. I'll just do what I want to do now. Stuff you.
Quite right.
Yeah. Do you know another thing that because I was looking down, I was wondering who's not there, and it's pretty much Rory is not there and everybody else is there. That's pretty much it. So, but because I went right down the list, and it's mental. So there's a guy that's 172 in the FedEx Cup, 680 in the world ranking, and he's got a sponsor's exemption, and yet
Who's that?
Ben James. And yet there's a guy, the 46, 49, 53, 55, 57, 60, 61, all these guys are not getting in, and that's where they're ranked in the FedEx Cup this year. You know, the guys, it's weird, eh?
Yeah. So Ben James knows one of the sponsors.
It just shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, that seems a strange one.
It's always been a.
I thought you were going
problem.
to say that look, it was going to be a name from the past.
Well, Ben James, I mean, Brian Campbell's another one. Jonathan Vegas is another one. Lucas Glover's another one. All these guys are in. They're not sponsored exemptions. They're in based on finishing top 50 last year. So they're crap now. But I
think the more we get these kind of avenues in from the college system, you get your top players. From the amateur system, you get exemptions, don't you? So if you're not in college, for example, I think there's still like a thing to get your tour card. Once we get more of these and just keep, then we can basically get rid of your medical exemption. Not medical, your sponsors invites, because it's always been the point of argument pretty much every week. It's normally a political thing in terms of what country in the European tour, certainly where the country's staged.
I just
I think that's fine for
normal events.
But the signature events, there has been a criteria, and it's supposedly the top. If it's a 70-man field, it's the top 70 players.
I also
it's
feel like
obviously not that.
there should be a cut-off or something halfway through the year where you want to support the guys that are actually playing well this year. You know, like you're doing well the year before gets you the exemption to signature events, but I feel like that should only give you the exemption for the first wee while. But once you get halfway through the year and you're playing crap and there's somebody sitting 40th in the order of merit who can't get in.
But most of them will get in if they're doing well, do they not?
That doesn't work.
46th isn't in, 47th isn't in, 49th isn't in. You know, and it's a field of 80. Seems wrong.
That doesn't really work, because your guy that's not playing that well is playing in signature events with no cut and big massive prize money, versus the guy that's actually playing all right in the little Joey events isn't earning as much, so you'd still be behind you in the reshuffle.
Well, he wouldn't be.
Theory,
He wouldn't be because he's.
unless he's had a
they've got more
phenomenal.
but no, they've got more points now.
Okay, well, I guess that's yeah. Okay, I kind of see where you're going, but
Anyway,
it works.
Anyway, Ben James. Okay.
Right.
Good night.
Why is everyone looking at me?
That's all we have. We'll see you maybe next week. We're not being very consistent recently, but so it might be next week.
We're almost through all the majors now.
3 out of 4.
Just want to go, yep.
Do you think Bryson will get the Grand Slam and miss majors? Oh, I think.
Miscuts.
Missed cuts, sorry, yeah. I think he's missed all of them.
Missed the last 3 cuts in the majors, didn't he?
And Adam Scott, 100th major.
That was impressive.
Bryson's
Unbelievable, eh?
Right.
100 majors.
Bryson's playing really well on YouTube, though. Okay,
Right.
speak to you next week or
Alright.
sometime. Bye.
Cheers.